There you go. Yeah. And it still ain't got my background right. You see my door and stuff in the background. I think y'all may just have to get it like this because there you go. The camera wanna act funny today. Trying to get me in the middle. It ain't working. As long as it's even, I back up. I try to be in the middle like this. We're just gonna have to do it like this because I ain't got much time, right? I know episode 10 is late, y'all, but I've been busy. Let me send my condolences to my family, my cousin Tracy, my mom, best friend Jean, who have passed. So it's been a heck of a couple of weeks. Okay, um, so I know episode 10 is late. What's the plan, y'all? This is the game plan. And hopefully I can follow through with it. Because I'm gonna have like 2 weeks of not having to be a momager for my Miss BB. That's my daughter nickname, Miss Book and Busy. Okay, so hopefully I'm gonna get these episodes, the review of episode 10, 11, and 12. So by the time 13 drop, I can do the review the next day. So hopefully I'm gonna be back on schedule. So let's get right into it with episode 10 because it's not gonna be long, okay? I had stopped reviewing because they was getting on my nerves, okay? They was getting on my nerves. Because I was like, what is going on? What's with Suki? What's with Safari? What's with this? We don't like bullying, then you start bullying. But let's get on to episode 10. So episode 10 is called the chain game. I call it the lame chain game. So this episode, the main thing is the Smiley, Safari, and Mariah fight, right? So all the girls go over to Natalie's house and they ask where Biggie at. And they's like, oh, she had to go to the hospital for the bite. And Rolly like, girl, what bite? Like she didn't bite her. Rolly cut it out. So then Rolly get the whole explanation as far as I would never put somebody nasty skin, they meat in my mouth. Now we ain't gonna talk about all the meat that been in Rolly. I'm a big girl. We love meat, steak and potatoes and stuff. Rolly, stop acting like that. Stop it. But anyway, let's continue on. So Rolly confronts Smiley about having a miscarriage. And I'm like, I'm so sick of them with this miscarriage confronting Smiley. So Smiley explained that her guy had just got home from jail. She was sick throwing up. She was suspected that she was pregnant, but she didn't want to miss the opportunity to be on the show. Now Rolly gets to talking about people told her that there wasn't any blood. I'm like, how the would somebody know ain't no blood coming out that girl cool cat? Unless they down there. Are you down there like looking up and be like, oh, like and got X-ray? Did she not have on panties? How are we getting here? There ain't no blood coming out this girl. Cool cat. And who does that? Y'all messy. So then and I said, so she had to go. I said the only way they could tell that is they go looking at the girl for JJ. So I know they had mentioned something about she had a tampon on previously. So I said I don't know if any of you women out there have ever had a miscarriage, um, but it's not like a baby just drop out. A baby just drop out and the baby don't survive. There's different stages of a miscarriage. Now, man, you why I'm saying this, I'm not saying I completely uh, I'm not saying I completely agree with Smiley or believe Smiley, but I'm saying that during a miscarriage, especially if the miscarriage is early, and I previously stated this on the last thing, there's no baby dropping out your vajayjay. Ain't like somebody got to be down there to catch it. Like that's not how it happened. It's like a regular cycle. Sometimes women have miscarriages don't even know they had miscarriages because it feels like a heavy cycle. And sometimes there's clunks, and sometimes sorry for all your men who may be watching. You may want to turn away for this little part. So then sometimes there's clots, and sometimes it's just a heavy flow. So it's not, you can't just wear a tampon. You can't just wear a pad, and you'll be all right. So I said I don't know whether this theory, and um, especially for Roly and Suki because y'all got kids. Now I ain't saying they didn't have miscarriages or somebody then took a Plan B or then took that abortion pill. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying y'all know somebody. I'm just saying I would assume y'all do for the company you keep. Okay, but I'm like, these women is over here out of control. Just I don't understand the importance of this girl miscarriage. So I said, unless they're using this instance to show that she's a liar, then I can understand. But it's going to be pretty hard to prove that she didn't have a miscarriage. But either way, without it's going to be pretty hard to prove she didn't have a miscarriage without Smiley showing the paperwork. I said I have literally known females that miscarriage, and the doctor said you miscarried. Come back in a week and we'll see if we have to do it DNC or not. You women know with the DNC, they have to go in there and remove any extra tissue that remains. Um, so, and the doctor give them pain pills and send them on home. So it's possible, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it's possible. Now, leaving from a hospital without discharge paper is weird. I know it's I know here in Illinois, most things are electronic, even including your discharge paper. If your doctor is connected to that hospital or you've been in that hospital before, your they don't give out like the paperwork like this anymore. It's in your you sign into your account and the letter or the discharge paper is in your account. Now I don't know where she at. Don't seem, and I don't know if she's from that state that her stuff would be accessible like that. I don't know. But Rolly saying meeting with us after a baby just fell out your puss is weird. I'm like, come on now, y'all acting like she was 6 months and there was a whole baby and she was just dancing and it fell out. Or like on the Martin TV show, you remember that girl gave baby and he was over there waiting to catch it. I caught it. I caught it. That's not the way it works. But I said, Rolly got kids. She should know better. Uh, I like the commercial. That's not the way it works. That's just not how any of this works. But then Suki telling about then Suki come at Smiley about her texting about Smiley texting her after Smiley and Mariah fought. So Smiley said she had a friend that knew Suki and said that Suki was best friends with Mariah. So Smiley texted Suki, I just beat up Mariah and took her chain. Suki felt like, okay, so what you telling me for? Like, is it because you trying to press me or what? And it's like I took your friend chain, so now what you gonna do? So I said I feel like that is the way that text came out. I felt like Smiley was desperate to be on the show, and she was being reckless, just trying to make a connection so she'll have a storyline. So she's not thinking that when she get in this house, everything that she did to get on the show was going to confront her when she get there. So now that she was a sheep in wolf clothing. Now what you gonna do when you're in the actual house full of wolves? You can't be like that. You ain't got your friends to back you up. Whoever friend you had to call Suki, they ain't here in the house with you, so you're gonna have to stand on it. So I feel like at this point, just apologize and say it was some dumb shit to Suki. Just my bad. You know, I was tripping, girl. I was drunk that night. Whatever. If they say you're a liar, they say she's a liar, she should be able to come up with a good lie. And then they asked her, did she melt the chain down for the son? She said no. And here come Rolly from the side, throwing her drink at her, yelling, saying you're a lying ass bitch. And which at this point sound valid because she didn't melt the chain down. But Rolly, this ain't got shit to do with you. Okay? Nothing. Talking about this girl melting, saying she lying about her melting the chain down, even the miscarriage. It got nothing to do with Rolly. Has this affecting your life at all? But Smiley stands up, take off her coat, and Mariah attack her. But Smiley quickly took her down to the couch, like it was nothing. Like sit down, little girl. That's how it look. So now you have Suki, Scotty, Safari, and Rolly yelling to Mariah to go get your chain back. I'm like, how? How? I mean, it could be a David and Goliath situation, but I don't know. Mariah gonna get that chain back from that big girl. So Smiley goes into the kitchen. Sapphire is hyping Mariah up, telling her go get your chain. Then Suki tells her to swear up and go get her chain. And then the episode go off, yeah. So let me see, what time is it? What I'm at. I'm gonna see if I might be able to get past the review of all of them, y'all. No, maybe just episode 11. So let's go on to episode 11. So so then the episode go off, right? And then episode 11 is time to bite the apple. The episode started back in the kitchen because remember Smiley was bent over in the kitchen. You know, she's saying she just had a miscarriage. Her body is hurt and everybody trying to fight her. So Now Smiley's in a corner. Smiley's in a corner. She gets surrounded by Sookie, Sapphire, and Mariah. So Smiley starts to walk off. Sookie and Sapphire is yelling at Mariah to go get her chain. So Mariah once Smiley back is face towards her, then Mariah reach over and get the punch of Smiley in the face, and she grabbed her hair, and security, and Mariah wasn't even really fighting back. She was like, she was stiff arming her. I know the football stiff arm. She was just pretty much keeping the little girl off her with one hand, and Mariah's over there, look like she putting them kitty paws on her. Y'all got a cat? They'd be like, peep peep. That's how it look. So so security go in, break it up after they didn't let Mariah get her little stuff in. So Smiley walks off. So Sookie and Sapphire like, you still didn't get your train. So they following Smiley. Man, Sookie and Sapphire is following Smiley through the front. Mariah still got her little stuff in the kitchen. This her chain. So Sapphire then go on her neck trying to take off the chain while Smiley is trying to walk away. Sapphire's on the back of her neck trying to take off the chain. So you still calling Mariah, come over here and get your chain. So Sapphire get the chain off, and Smiley ends up holding on to the chain because they get it off her neck, but she grabs it. So she holds on to the chain against Smiley, Sookie, and Sapphire. I mean, against Mariah, Sookie, and Sapphire, that Smiley is holding on to her chain. So they pretty much playing like the tug of war with the chain. So then Sapphire goes behind her and put her in a chokehold, while Mariah's in the front still trying to take back the chain. I said, baby, she want to let go of that chain. She was holding on to that chain for dear life. It's had three people who couldn't take that chain up off of her. I guess that's why Sapphire got mad and slammed her to the floor. When she put her in the chokehold from behind, she still had on that chain while was holding on to the chain in front when Mariah trying to take it from the front of her. Yeah, so Sapphire slammed her on the floor. That's when they found to get the chain from her. So Sapphire ends up taking the chain, and Mariah still didn't get it. Sapphire is the one who ended up getting the chain. So she takes the chain, she give it to Mariah. So that little starting ass over there taking pictures with the three of them with the chain. Come on, y'all, let's take y'all picture. So I said they just did all that talking. They did because Sookie and Sapphire was talking about how they not coming here for bullying, blah blah blah. They did all this talking about bullying, and y'all just bullied Smiley. Security did nothing to intervene. They let them take that girl chain. They sat there like how long it took for them to get the chain up off her neck. Them tug of war with the chain. Them slamming it down. Security just sat there and let it all happen. So anybody else know security jumping there and break up that stuff quick. Like when Mariah was hitting Smiley in the face. They let Mariah get her licks up, but when Smiley turned around was finna go at her, security rushed in there, broke it up. So they had enough time to take the whole chain off. They go off to the club the next day. They meet at Natalie's house, and Natalie pretends she wants everybody to come over, and like she wants everybody to be all in one house. I'm like, bullshit. So Sapphire comes to confront Smiley because Smiley was saying that she got jumped. So they talk back. They back to talking about the messages that Smiley sent. She said she wanted Mariah to get the message because Mariah had her blocked. So and they still kept going. Yeah. So she said she wanted Mariah. They was like, well, why you send me the message? Why you send me the message? Why you didn't send Mariah the message? She's like, because Mariah had me blocked. And if you supposed to be her friend, I thought, I was told you was her best friend. If I tell you, then I thought you was gonna tell her. I said, that makes sense. I said, I was like, T, this is getting weird. It's so weird. It's just weird. I'm so over this. So Smiley gives Mariah her pennant back. Maybe I wouldn't give back none. You got my chain. We both gonna charge it to the game or keep fighting until we get one from the other. But I'm not giving you back nothing. So that when you got my chain. So Sapphire wants to fight her, and Smiley don't want to fight. What I don't get is how everyone is on Smiley because she was talking shit on the internet. I'm like, wasn't Mariah talking shit on the internet too? So Mariah walk around, and she go to the club with this girl who knew had. So right. So if they both talking shit on the internet, Smiley talking shit, Mariah talking shit, her sister talking shit. But yet Mariah comes in the house and they fight and she loses when she first come in the house, and she probably didn't want that drama no more. So you walking around the house, you at the club with this girl, And you do all this knowing she got your chain, but it don't become a deal until you get some backup, till you get Sookie and Sapphire there in order to help you. I was like, yeah. So no, family is like both of them was both of them was being internet thugs. So I don't understand why everybody's coming down on Smiley because she big, because she big. So I'm like, if little girls talking, you know you talking against a big girl, which the big girl ain't supposed to say nothing back or not supposed to fight you. So did Smiley fight Mariah and her sister? And that's why I'm like this Smiley. Y'all, I'm talking too fast because I'm trying to get through this episode. Okay, so I'm like, did Smiley fight Mariah and her sister together at one time, or did she fight them separately? I said, I don't know. Y'all put it in the comments. Also, before I end this video, don't forget to like, be in the comments because I comment back. Share this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the all so you can see when I go live. So Sophia runs up on Smiley in the episode end, y'all. So I will, the next time I come back on live, I'm gonna go through episode 12. And that's the episode 12 is the National Forgiveness Day. Did they have an episode 13 too? I'm trying to look through these notes and see. But the next time I come back on, I'm gonna go through episode 12 and I'm gonna talk about the National Forgiveness Day. Come on. There we go. Okay. So when I come back on, I don't even know what camera is showing. Is this one? Yes, that one. Okay. There we go. So okay. When I come back on, we're gonna discuss the next episode. We're gonna be caught up into the episodes that come on Sunday, y'all. So drop down in these comments, y'all, and tell me what y'all think about the Lane Chain Gang. And what was the other episode? What was the next episode? Because episode 10 was the Chain Gang. And episode 11, what was episode 11? Was Time to Bite the Apple. So tell me what y'all think about those two episodes, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. Y'all have a nice day. Until next time, bye.